What up, friends and family? It's your boy Mike.
And your girl Bree.
Hey, and we back in this thing to talk about this Netflix series called Dracula.
Yes.
And before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man, because we got plenty more to come. So, let's get into it. Dracula, I was just scrolling. I was like, bro, I need something to watch. Bree sleep might be something that she might not really be interested in.
Yeah.
I turned it on. I done got hooked the first 5 minutes.
I woke up 5 minutes
she
later.
wakes up and then she hooked. Talking about some, how much of this have I missed? How much of this have I missed? I was like, bro, it only been on for like 10 minutes now. So you really ain't missed much.
Right.
But I'm telling you, great show. It's like a mini movie, really.
Yeah, I feel like
it's only 3 episodes, but I thought it was a whole
really
season
long,
at first.
yeah.
Then she was like, "How long is this, a movie or a TV show?"
I just feel like the way they had the show set up, it just didn't seem like it could last 8 episodes. You know, be an 8 episode type of show.
That first episode, when she said that, I was like, "This is like the second and third episode," and she's like, "For real?" So then I checked. It was still the damn first episode. I'm like, God dang. Yeah. So then I realized, okay, it's only 3 episodes to it. But throughout them all 3 episodes, I did not get bored with the story at all.
Not at all.
And we all then heard the story of Dracula told so many different ways. And
right.
And this right here kind of gave a great, I don't want to say...
it was a great version of Dracula. I feel like.
Okay, yeah.
Because they've had so many different stories that all go around the same ideas. Mm-hmm. But I think this was a cool interpretation.
And it so past Dracula movies always just depicting him as just this evil, total, like chaotic guy. Like no sense of.
And I always feel like everything was old. Like everything was like set back in like the 1800s, you know.
Well, this movie was set back in the 1800s, but they kept bringing it up the date, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
And but like I was saying, all Dracula, they always just picking him as straight evil, but this Dracula right here, he kind of had like morals almost. And I mean, even though he was still straight evil, but he had like morals, and some parts it was like, dang, he seemed like a good person, but it was kind of like he was tricking the people into thinking.
And it was almost as if, like how you mentioned while we were watching it, it's like he wasn't even trying to be sneaky necessarily per se. Like he was telling people,
oh yeah,
like,
what he was gonna do,
what I'm gonna do,
and what I am.
And
he
everything.
Was just straight telling.
And people just like did not believe him. Like blatantly was just like, no, you're lying.
It almost kind of make it seem like how naive people can be in life, and it was almost like giving life lessons throughout. Like y'all people are this straight naive that y'all are not listening what I'm saying. Like close your damn mouth and listen.
Right, open your ears.
Yes, but
definitely, it was a great show. It definitely had its like little parts that I don't know if they were intended to be like scary. I feel like the first episode was the creepiest to me. I think just to kind of adjust. Once you see the first episode, I feel like you kind of adjust
it don't
to how everything else is. Right. It don't really get any creepier per se.
And I kind of like how it was kind of like a narration, but at the same time, it wasn't a narration.
Right.
So, it started off with the guy telling the story of what he encountered, and then it took over with the nun, which I'm glad they talked about Van Helsing. Yeah, because I like that movie too, that Van Helsing.
Yeah, so I think that was a good touch that they added in there, because throughout all of the Dracula stories, even the old black and white version of Dracula, Van Helsing was always like his arch enemy. So I think it was a good touch to have somebody in there with the name Van Helsing. And it kind of even played to the fact that that was his arch enemy, because at the end you know, I mean.
And I'm glad it was a woman,
like
because I mean, you kind of depicted it as always being a man.
Right,
It kind of gave a woman a lead role, which I thought was great.
And it was a nice touch, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think she did an excellent job playing the role. And the way they just told the story was just so good. Like, they gave all the backstory, basically, of him, how his magic worked, and all that type of stuff. The old folk tales, the legends people told, and the legends, they was told so much, like the stories was told so much over and over that it just became believable to the point to where even he believed all some of those legends. But I mean, of course, he had parents and his father, his father's father. They was all before him too, but they just depicted a real thing, and just how death is always coming for everybody.
There,
so, and that was basically the one thing he was afraid of.
Yeah. Which is interesting, because I said during the last episode, I said that has to be a difficult life though, because consistently I feel like when you've been alive that long, it has to be exhausting, you know, because it's like you're consistently, when he looks in the mirror, he doesn't see that person that everybody on the outside sees. Yeah. You know, he sees someone he's old,
who he actually is.
Right. And that has to be difficult.
Which is a story he told in the show. He was like, when mirror shows you, I don't know exactly what the words he said, but it shows you the true self. That's why he really don't like to look in the mirror. Yeah. Not that he don't have a reflection. He just don't like looking in the mirror.
Right.
So I thought it was a great thing.
I think their depiction of what, I think a great way that they showed that too, though, was not just with him, because you really didn't see like his reflection, I feel like, until later on in the episodes. But to understand that he can see his reflection.
Yeah, because...
But I think when that girl kept seeing her reflection as her looking exactly the same, and on the outside though, like in the world, that's not what she actually looked like. I feel like that was a good contrast to what he was kind of saying. Like, the mirror shows you who you really are, but on the outside, this is what it looks like to everybody else. So it was kind of like the opposite. Like, she got the ugly outside, and in her reflection, she still felt beautiful, you know? But then on the inside, on the outside, he's nice looking, but on the, you know, in his reflection, he's really ugly. So I thought that was a cool way they kind of showed that contrast, I feel like, you know? So it was a good show. We have not watched all of the Dracula movies or anything.
Oh yeah.
Everything having to do with Dracula. So if there's like anything in the show, that was like, oh, that's not really correct or whatever, like, let us know in the comments. We're just giving our
let us know down below. And if y'all caught something that we didn't catch, please let us know. It's a lot of stuff that happened that I did want to talk about as we was watching it, but now it didn't slip my mind. So it was, I think this is a good show. The movie, the last movie, Dracula movie that came out was real good, I thought.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of who was in it, but are you talking about the one where he was like at war and he had to turn into Dracula?
That one was
to save his people. And they actually, I don't know if you noticed, but they actually made like a cue to that in the show of him, like, almost as if like he became Dracula to save other people, almost, to a degree. But I don't know. She mentioned something about, you know, wanting to die a warrior's death.
Oh yeah.
Because his father and his brothers and all of that. You see,
well, he's saying
like
he was a warrior. He been fighting many battles and all of that. So maybe they really could have dove even deeper into it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like they definitely could have dove deeper into the story. if they wanted to put more episodes. But each episode was so long. I mean, each episode was at least an hour long, wasn't it? So, I mean, it was like basically, like you said, like a 3-hour movie. So
they could they can always go back and do like a prequel or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Leading up to that. But, another thing. I like how that whole ancestor thing worked.
Okay.
How the nun died, but then 123 years later, her what's her great granddaughter or something like that,
niece. That was her great
yeah, looked just like her.
Yeah.
So that I really like that, and they just because a lot of people say you're a descendant of blah blah blah, and you never know, you could have looked like one of your descendants from a long time ago.
Right.
But, I mean, really ain't got no.
I think that was a cool touch because I think it just brought Agatha back almost to a degree, because you knew she died when the boat blew up and all that good stuff. And
even though I thought she had then turned into a vampire,
me too.
And now she was
but
back,
who knows? And then the one thing I wish that they touched a little bit more on was like why did that kid look just like Johnny Blue Eyed? What they called him is Johnny Blue Eyes, but yeah. Jonathan Hatcher. They really didn't touch on why he looked so much like him. So I was interested to know if they would have touched a little more.
See, and then his phone kept blowing up with that name.
Right.
So I was thinking that was his dad or granddad or something. Great granddad.
I mean, I know he was a vampire.
But that was part of.
He was a vampire. But then he got killed. So it's
Yeah, because he had took the form of his body.
Yeah, he took his face.
Yeah.
The skin off his face.
So, and another thing that confused me, I thought vampires and wolves were like arch enemies. But, I mean, I don't know. That's just going off other movies I done seen. And no, I ain't talking about Twilight, if somebody just thought it in their head. But he was controlling wolves and stuff, so, I mean, that was just... I feel like I've seen that before, where that idea. Cause Van Helsing was a wolf, right?
Yeah, or
something
like that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Van Helsing.
Yeah, but that's all I got for this Dracula. Go check it out. You need a show to watch, and you just scrolling through Netflix, don't know what's good. That Dracula story is a good one. You gonna find yourself sitting on that couch, watching it. I'm telling you. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's been your boy Mike
and your girl Bree.
Hey, and we out.